Hey guys, this is Nikki behind the camera with Ron LeGrand. We're filming this week's Ask Ron.
And we're in beautiful San Diego, California. Actually, we're teaching my quick start school right now, so we're taking time out to answer the questions during that. Got a golf course behind me. The temperature's 72 degrees out here. The weather is gorgeous. I could actually live here.
Alright, so let's get started here. The first question is from Carl Bayer from Pennsylvania.
Hey, Carl.
Carl asked, I have a house I own and may offer a lease purchase. Can you direct me to which form on the site is best for this situation?
Carl, if you're going to put a tenant buyer in your house or any house, you want to use the lease option agreement with the table of contents. If you'll go to your resource section and then pull up control without ownership, it's way down at the bottom. And if you pull it up and it's got a table of contents, that's the right agreement to install a tenant buyer in a house.
Okay. Question number 2 is from Mary Ann Nunes in California. And Mary Ann asks, bought the house in July 2007 for $275,000.
Right.
The market quickly dropped and I could not find a buyer. The property manager finally found a tenant and they have been good tenants. I just got notice they will be vacating at the end of June 2014. I called a realtor friend of mine and he suggested a short sale because my business has been so slow. My last rent I will receive will be in June. He suggested I keep the rent and not make the mortgage payment for June and July because by then he can start a short sale. My question is it legal to keep the rent and not make the payment if I plan on doing a short sale?
All right. Well, listen, I don't agree with your friend. Number one, your friend is advising you to not make payments which will affect your credit. If that's not a problem for you, then that's a decision you're going to have to make. A short sale will also affect your credit, Mary. It could cost you 80, 100 points on your credit score if you do a short sale. I understand you'd like to get rid of the house, and I understand you'd like to get out of it and not think about it anymore. But your alternative is very simple. Lease option the house back out. It does not matter whether it's over leveraged or not. If you owe more on it than it's worth, so put a tenant buyer in there. Get yourself $20,000, $25,000 as a non-refundable option deposit instead of giving up and walking away and getting nothing and wiping out your credit at the same time. Even if it's over leveraged, the debt is going to pay down. The value is going to come back. Just hang in there. With a tenant buyer in there that you pass on all the responsibility to the repairs, you won't have to worry about it anymore. But especially if they put some skin in the game, at least $15,000, $20,000 for a non-refundable option deposit. That's what I'd do with it. Give them 5-year lease if you need to. Who cares? All they're doing is paying down your debt, and if they don't buy, you're going to come out the better on the back end. Remember, house going to go back up, debt's going to go down. So don't be giving up on it just because a friend advises you to take the easy way out. And remember, that friend is likely getting a commission with that advice as well. You're the one that's going to suffer. Your friend will be out of it long gone after the pain is incurred upon you. Hang in there. Don't give up on it. You won't have any problem lease optioning it to a tenant buyer. Now's the time to start showing it. If you can get cooperation with the tenants in there, and it sounds like you can, then you may even be able to pull it off without even having to come up with a payment. And even if you can't make July's payment, hold off on making it until you find that tenant buyer. But short selling, I don't like that answer at all. That's my opinion.
Okay, the last and final question is from Carrie Lewis in California. And Carrie's question is...
We got a lot of California questions here today. We just happen to be in California. All right.
I have a question about a HUD deals and double closings. Can I ever move the property out of my name and into my entity before the second closing? Or do I just keep it in my name the whole way through since the HUD contract most likely be in my name?
All right, well listen, number one, if you're making the offer in your name to HUD, you got to close in your name, you know that. But honestly, I'd never advise you to do that. You should buy the property in a land trust, and then that land trust sells the property, and then your name doesn't come into it all. There's no reason to change the name on the entity between the purchase and the sale if you're going to get in and out on the double closing. No reason at all. But if you've already made the offer, it's too late. You got to buy it in that name. If you haven't made the offer and got it accepted, then buy it in a land trust or an LLC, and then sell it out of that land trust or LLC. Okay? All right, guys, listen, please make a note. July 10 and 11, I'm going to be doing my Big Money and Big Chunks event in Jacksonville, but I'm also going to be simulcasting it. So if you want to make 6 figures on these houses without using your credit, make sure you've got that on your calendar, and we will certainly get you the information on that if you haven't already gotten it. And also, are you registered for the convention yet? Come on. It's just a couple of months off. Hotel is almost full. You're going to miss out if you don't get registered. You've got to get registered for the Embassy Suites. $99 a night, free breakfast, free parking. Get out of here. You really want to be down at the Days Inn? We got a great event scheduled for you September the 3rd through the 7th. Very inexpensive. Put it on your calendar. You're not going to like it if you miss it. We got so many activities scheduled on that thing that it's hard for us to even keep track of them. Our whole staff is focused on that event for the next couple of months. So make sure we see you in Orlando in September. September the 3rd happens to be my birthday, so we're going to celebrate my birthday. And Nikki's holding the camera right now. September the 6th is her birthday, so we're going to have a great big old birthday party. No gifts needed. Unless you feel guilty enough and you have to bring them. No gifts needed. All right, see you next week.